Alright, cool. We're up.
Alright, let's get started, shall we?
Shall we?
So, yeah, I'm just gonna close this. Should I close that down?
Yeah, no, you're good.
Welcome to the next round. One of the final games of week one of the Swiss stage of VCC OCE. It's going to be Team TigerFang Gaming versus Redline. We have some fun maps. If you would bring up the maps. We've got
Map should be up.
Ascent and
Yeah.
Lotus, which has appeared to be a very popular pick.
Very popular. Throughout the duration of this tournament, I think I've seen, quite a lot of these maps being picked as the map 1 and 2. Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get to a map 3 tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Because it has been absolute blowout wins every single game we've had.
Yeah.
So, I've heard that this is going to be one of the most close games.
Yeah, the most contesting one for each team. Yeah.
So I think we should just get into it. First map is Ascent.
Yep.
We have everyone on their appropriate side, I believe. If I just check. Yes, we have everyone ready. So we're gonna start it now. So let's get into it.
Let's do
Alright,
this.
sounds good. Best of luck.
Ascent straight into it. Alright.
Very cookie cutter map.
Very
I feel like
cookie
a lot of
cutter.
players have a love-hate relationship with Ascent because just like death, taxes, many other things, it's always there and it's never too far away. You never know when you could roll Ascent.
That's
What do
very
you think
true.
about Ascent?
Ascent is such a... It's a very cookie cutter map. It's... I don't know how to say it, but it's like if there was one map to sum up all of Valorant, it's Ascent. Ascent, also being the first map that was released, it's also the most balanced map out of all of them, in my opinion. Very defender-sided at the start, but can very quickly turn attacker-sided if the plays are being made really, really well. You can actually turn this either way throughout the game.
Yeah, definitely.
100%. So we have on defenders. It looks like we have a.
What appears to be the fabled strategy known as Reina Roulette. Personally, what I like a roulette as much as the next guy, but I think rouletting smokes is often the much more intelligent choice, just because not having smokes is generally considered a bad idea.
100%. I could not agree more. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Got him locked in.
just a quick switch up.
Yeah. All right.
Double sentinel comp coming out of TFG.
TFG. Yeah. And you can see you've got the double initiator comp, pretty standard for Ascent, but you see that they're running a breach instead of a KO. KO has a lot of lineups and is a very tried and true member of Ascent, but honestly, I like to see these breaches happening on Ascent. It's innovative and it's well thought out. Yeah. All right.
This goes here. Ah, this is a nice spot.
Yep.
Yes, this should do.
And with that Sova being able to set them up for those attacks and the Cypher with the lurk catching those rotates, it seems to be a very attacker-sided composition.
Right there.
Cypher, yeah, we can see Breach on the mid, just holding that market area. Omen just missing the contact there. Bomb being found out by Goodness. push, yeah, marking through to B.
Here.
Yeah, we see Kyle's in catching. He's just missed it.
Spike planted.
Yeah. TFG.
Last
Yeah.
player standing.
You see, yeah, TFG's lost their cipher. Yeah. Unfortunately not. Yes. We see we've got this strong hold on mid-market where Sage, with very bad aim, is progress. Almost, but that is unfortunate for the, I believe that's TFG right there.
Nice!
And
Killed
but
it!
Moving on to the next
And
round,
them.
we'll see how they go.
We definitely killed them.
That goes there.
Yeah, I think
I'm saving.
TFG with the double central comp, it's on. Yeah, it's especially with the Sage. You don't often see Sage.
It's almost as if they were rouletting Reyna and got randomly
Yeah, almost like that. Alright, we've got. Alright, we got Jet on side. Just missing the. Alright. We got Soromizu.
Last
stuck in
player
main,
standing.
able to get one, will he get the next? Will he get natural?
Spike
Natural
planted.
being smoked off by Jet. Not being found. Oh, there we go. 100%. Alright. We see some gun switching happening over here. We're making up for lost eco. You got Cypher running over to A. Seeming like he just got told to run over to B from his teammates, setting up B. Cypher on B is honestly not a bad decision, but it's quite hard
This
to
goes here.
execute well, especially with composition such as Sober and Breach, with the ability to get rid of those tripwires.
nothing makes me happier than Cypher Trip getting shot.
Right there.
Exactly.
Sage, I don't know, Sage is still the man.
Sage, what? Yeah. Right, Natural just barely dodging that stun there.
Enemy killed.
Dash right over, executing onto A.
Spike down B.
Not able,
Last
spike
player
carrier is
standing.
not able to find the combo. Able to get a leg shot off on their Cypher over there. So, one with the cage. Crossover.
It's gonna be so hard to find.
I think Dodge knows. Gets sprayed down by bomb. Clean shots. Alright, TigerFang. Another round of defense. Hopefully another round of win for them. And we will see you very soon. It looks like, is that both Sentis towards? Both Sentis towards A. Yeah. Peculiar. Almost as if
That goes there.
I'd really like to see if they do like a stage wall cycle trip.
Oh, this is a
Cycle
nice
trip right
spot.
outside the stage wall, you know? And that,
Yes,
yeah,
this
pretty
should do.
much, yeah. Yes, indeed.
Spike down mid.
Scanning ahead.
This is already going much better than Fable. What do you do after this? You've lost your two main entries, Jet and Bo. How do you
there we go. Just found one pick there, yeah. Almost getting. He does not. Alright, gets
Spike
one.
down mid.
Bit of trigger to do well there. Alright, we got.
Cage triggered.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining. Last
know
Get
player
one.
standing.
Going out.
We got Cypher, unable. There we go. He's found one spot of Omen. Omen. Yeah, nice.
Watching here.
But Gamblenat's being able to find the outplay. Finding, even though he's been Cypher-ulted, he knows that that's the second mark. He does, their Cypher does not know where he is around those dice. And that's really a really good point to make about the dice in the center of A, is that there's such a I almost want to say, yeah, a ring around the rosy object in such an awkward spot on the side. It's really hard to play around them. Now it looks like we're getting a bit of a harder execute towards A. Yeah, and that's Sage Wall. Got natural. Trying to find that peak. Trying to find that peak. Will he get it on crawlers? For third, exactly. He gets the third on crawlers.
Spike down mid.
Natural with one bullet left. Starts reload. Yeah.
One enemy remaining.
I think we will. Round 5, no less. Natural knows. Senses it.
Bow before me.
That was epic. Honestly, the off round 5, such a big movement, especially in the side of defense. It's almost as if they've got another wall. Not only have they got the Cypher Jets, not only have they got the Sage Wall, but they've got the op that they have to go through, which is one hit to the body. It is a crazy gun to have.
There.
Yeah, it's almost, yeah. Plenty of value, yeah, that's enough value for like, what, 5 rounds, you know? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, very bad aim. Still in tree, made some noise. Made noise on the drop down. Start, yeah, slow orbs that aim. We've got 2 rotating off, yeah. We've got some pretty fast rotates over here on the side.
Off your feet!
That op is crazy. Oh, the op's down. Yeah.
Caught one.
Yeah, oh, there we go.
Spike planted.
100%. We got Omen and Tree trying to capitalize off the blind there. Does not get much value out of it.
Last player standing.
Ooh, looks
One enemy remaining.
Kyleson. Especially in such close quarters behind Jen, that is crazy. Grabs the up, of course. His Natural's gonna love that. Ooh, what's he doing? Not again. I've seen these. I've played this game before.
Concentrate,
Come on,
Sofa.
Kyle. Yeah.
Clutch.
We've
My
played these games
babushka
before,
told me
man.
not to brag. But for these, I make an exception.
That was a crazy play, not gonna lie.
A bow and arrow is old-fashioned.
Yeah,
but
Cypher,
sometimes
picking
old
up that
ways
up.
are best.
Thousand with another judge. Judge and Shorty. That is crazy. I wanna see how the defenders play it this time. There was a hard stack on A from the attackers last round. And we almost see that they're trying to read it, that they go again. But they're altering it off. They're going for more of a mid-centric,
I'll find them.
like a mid hold, maybe even a mid push from Reyna.
Barrier created.
Oh yes, true. That's a good idea. Another one. That op is going crazy, doing crazy work for the likes of TigerFang.
One enemy remaining. Spike down mid. Flawless.
That is absolutely crazy. From natural, being able to we're getting an attacker's timeout from Crawlers. Yeah, from Redline over there.
If I'm Redline, I'm talking that how can we get natural off of this whole group? They have the breach stuff, they have all the flashes, they have a lot of utilities they can use to clear them out. But the question is just will he respect that? Natural, we're seeing he's just peeking out smokes, and rightfully so. He's hitting these shots, and just peeking at the brain actually works really well for him because he can just dismiss away into anywhere he likes.
And the fact that it's working for him isn't working well for Redline, indeed, because Redline just not able to find those moments where after that upshot is made, like you said, Reyna's just able to dismiss and get out of that really quickly. And it's just
Unlike a jet or a chamber where they still have some kind of physicality.
Reyna's just gone. Yeah.
I'll be honest, I thought they were trolling, but this Reyna pick it's just working so well for them.
Yeah. Alright, let's see how this run goes. Cypher setting up on A again. We got that double senti A. Reyna towards mid. Looks like they're going for a mid market here. And we have Omen going back. Ooh. He looks a bit confused.
Get out of my way!
Very hungry natural. Another. Alright.
I know exactly where you
It does nothing. It's almost. Oh, he finally, that op is down. We got two. It's a 3v2 defense towards attack. Looking like the attackers are looking for a rotate. Rightfully so, there's nothing mid. We've got Sage hovering around in CT by the looks of it. And they're starting to push up.
Where is everyone?
Right here.
Yeah, we've got a 2v2 now for the side of. Yeah. Yeah.
30 seconds left. One
Sage,
enemy
1,
remaining.
2.
You were a boat.
There we go.
I am a mountain.
Yeah, very bad aim. Not living up to his aim. Having actually impressive aim, impressive trigger discipline, and also being able to get those two in quick succession of each other without even Cypher being able to turn around and fire a shot.
Here.
This up is doing wonders for TigerFang Gaming. There's that aim for me. How's it? Very close to this thing. With his judge. Rightfully so. Judge is. Ooh, he's not spotted. There we go.
Not ready yet.
Okay, stuff knocks down.
Shock dart.
Rotate, going through. He's still here, nothing, no presence mid tiles whatsoever actually.
We've got eyes everywhere. Holding A, holding onto mid.
Yeah, we've got a Breachstone coming out onto
Concussing!
One enemy remaining.
bad aim. Taking out 3 with a 4K. That is crazy work with very bad aim. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Exactly. A very 1, 2, 3 eyes on me, as you can see on the leaderboard we have here. 15 and 5, triple positive. That is crazy work. Eco's struggling slightly as well. Like you can see they're on a very light buy with Dolphin going with a Guardian, trying to hopefully get that off. Reyna being pushed back a bit with this breach stun. Natural, yeah. Yeah.
Off your feet!
Got a roll something happening in A. Yeah.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
But we'll have to pull up something really epic here to be able to see.
Spike planted.
Another round win for TigerFang.
Cage triggered.
Never mind, he's got that decay happening. Yeah. Looks like he's going to try something here. Maybe a bunch of ways up heaven, up rafters. And gets hit by that. A taste of the opposing team. Whoa, words there. A taste of his own medicine in the form of the opposing team having that op from Natural. Natural, you can see Natural is getting a bit greedy. He's getting confident. And that's not necessarily always a bad thing. Oh, chucking the op off the edge there. Well, we can see on the leaderboard, Natural, he's got another op. It's just, and especially, yeah, he's well with it, so why not, you know?
He's cosplaying Fnatic from, I believe, 2016.
Exactly.
Spike down mid. One enemy remaining.
Let it chase happen.
Do not fight.
Very bad aim with these multi-kills.
Last round before the
boosting
switch.
the team's economy, and overall, I'm reckoning the team's morale. It's gone crazy for them. 8-3 currently. Final round of half. I'm. Ooh, what's happening here? I'm gonna go for a bit of a boost. Yeah, see if we get. Oh, there we go. I thought this was patched out ages ago. I thought it was. Oh, it was not legal. It's not legal. Oh. Yeah, moving on.
Unavoidable.
One Dolphin. Yeah. Dolphin trying to find those quick. Yeah, Dolphin keeps trying to find those quick picks, but unfortunately, more often than not, ends in him being picked off rather than him picking that. Looks like they've left Spike on main, which is pretty peculiar to me. Reyna still holding a bolt. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, re-hit. TigerFang. Yeah.
Gotcha, fun. My turn.
Oh, missing that shot on Soramizu. Soramizu, is he gonna peek out? He's reloading.
Spike planted.
Oh, and there we go.
Your duty is not over.
One enemy remaining.
What was that? That was a 1v4 against Crawlers. Crawlers unable to do anything in the face of TigerFang here. Carlson carving it.
My thanks.
And Bomber finishing off the round with the defuse.
Cage triggered.
Okay. Come on, guys. Is he gonna do the thing?
Concentrate, Sova.
If he loses this, I reckon he's gonna do the same, but
Taking cover.
point two.
Revealing area.
Yeah.
Switching
we shall
sides.
see. Okay, so switching sides, we got. So the more defense-heavy comp is now an attack, and vice versa for the defenders. Let's see how this plays out. Looks like we've got quite a couple sheriffs on the side of attack, like TigerFang, and a lot lighter guns for Redline. Yeah. Yeah, just kind of rolling with the game. How it's going? How you feeling? Got a couple pings on the map. All right, that's that B main choke. All right, got pushing it to spawn.
Spike down. Defender spawn.
Gamble Nats.
One enemy remaining.
Taking out Dolphin too. With another multi-K. Yeah, and then having those three, having three very bad aim, Bomber and Gamblenat's going through to CT as well. That really secured the round for them there, making sure Cypher couldn't get that late rotate over to B side. And very clean round from the attackers, might I say. Yeah. Natural. Yeah. Alright.
Cypher removed.
One enemy remaining.
Outlaw, very impressive gun to have, especially on those opposing eco rounds. It's just... yeah, it's like you said, it's a nightmare, especially in the hands of an Omen who can just TP and get out, using his paranoia, being able to take those picks. Looks like we've got an Omen towards mid.
Healer down.
On. Sun fell. Alright, we got a slight rotate over towards mid. We got breach holding from tree. Very passive angle. Yeah, he hears that drone. He hears that drone. Tux starts to swing out a tab. Moment on top of arch there. Drops down.
Last player standing.
Flawless. Saw Mizu finishing off the round with a fantastic kill on Gamblenats. That is one more round for Redline. Gotta remember though, anything is winnable. Anything is winnable. Yes, exactly. Redline having a
Scanning ahead.
ooh, sorry, yeah. Yeah, sorry, Mizu being able to get the ping, whereas Kalzin was not able to get any information off of it. Kalzin's drone pings reach in trees. Sorry. Yeah, just a couple of shots. And yeah, play. 100%. Dolphin backing away, yeah. Got it very heavy towards B.
The read is right. They're all going B.
They're all going B.
Dolphin, you're gonna have to be careful here because there are 3 players and they are ready.
They're ready. So Mizu, trying to slowly peek the same way.
Revealing area.
Yes. Just peeking very wide. Yeah.
One enemy remaining.
Find one. Game it up.
Match
Crazy
point.
work by TigerFang. Honestly, 12-4. That's one of the best games. Sorry, not best. What's the word? One of the furthest apart games we've seen in this entire VCC series, despite the 13-0s that we've had. But remembering that, like I said before, anything is winnable. Redline having that aggressive comp really could be taking space up here. It would really do them some good info and
Get inside.
Got you. Tripwire destroyed.
Yeah, just a bit.
I must wait a moment. Found. Scatter.
Alright, we've got an Omen ult happening in Pizza. And of course, it just knows. He just knows. He takes him down. That is their big bird. Natural, not able to find any picks here. Being able to get surprised by Bowser. Yeah. Just firing some straight shots. Natural, not able to find a pick to be able to entry for his team. That's the real disadvantage of Reina. Yeah, you never know.
30 seconds left.
Natural, get down.
One enemy remaining.
Pitiful. My ult's ready.
Spike down A.
Unfortunately not.
I'll do my
The
job.
retakes on
You do
this
yours.
Redline composition seems to be a great what's it called, asset to them. Well, we haven't seen a full-scale retake yet, as you would think of one. We've definitely seen essence of one beginning to form slowly over the map. Yeah, Rolling Thunder.
Spike down B.
I know exactly where you are.
Rotate over. They've got that Rolling Thunder. They're ready to pop it. Puts it
Right
away
there.
Spike planted. Enemy tagged. Last player standing.
Down controllers. Looks like they're going to be unable to hide from Tolkien. Gamble Nats.
Thanks.
Another.
My
Yeah,
ult is ready.
That's
You
3
failed.
ults there.
Now flee.
But yeah, 3 excellent retake ults, and especially the info ult from Cypher is crazy to have, especially on a map such as Ascent, where retakes and playing around the info that you have is so important. Looking at that eco, yeah. Yeah, it's down. Oh, team meeting for
There.
TigerFang here. Discussing game plans by the looks of it.
Very important. Some very important stuff.
Yeah, very important.
Still in spawn.
Cutting their vision.
Alright.
There.
I don't know what's happening here.
Cutting their vision.
Yeah, yeah.
Spike drop.
Natural drop the spike over. Yeah, it's very bad aim, trying to get off. Yeah, I'm not hit by that decay. Just narrowly escapes the dog. Yeah, we got Token still sitting on A. I believe he noticed that side earlier, and he's just trying to hold for that lurk on bomb. But definitely heard him.
Knows he's here.
Camera taken out.
Alright, Bombay still unsure of where Token is. Cage is onto time.
One enemy remaining.
Bombay. It's just another win for the defenders. Getting on a roll here. And TigerFang, like you mentioned before, their
We
eco
doing this
is
or
now
what?
below the 4000s. Very bad aim, only just able to force. Ooh, looks like they're going for a harder save than we had imagined before. Natural being able to get a Guardian and light shields out of this. Bombay with a Bulldog.
That goes there.
Regen shields. We haven't actually seen many of these.
Wow, this is a nice spot.
Yeah. Very bad aim. That's a collateral for Dolphin. 100%. That morale's going through the roof. I'm able to find the kick and breeze through a tree.
One enemy remaining.
Token getting 2.
Spike down
This guy
A.
named Pausen down with Spike in A main. However, it is not decided yet. We got an excellent left. Alright. Finally getting those picks, finally getting those kills, those multi-kills nonetheless, especially that collateral on Cypher and Reyna, top hit last time. We got a stack towards A from the attacker side, and it looks like they anticipated a Cypher to be on B this time around. Unfortunately, yeah, playing with fire there.
Cage triggered.
Unfortunately,
Nowhere to run!
Bomber taking down Token. Side essentially free. Attack up is it? Yeah.
Spike planted.
The hunt begins.
Yeah. Let's go! Rolling Thunder being used up by Carlos here.
Last player standing.
On target.
Knife him, no.
Attackers win.
13.
TigerFang Gaming.
Yeah.
That was insane. The operators in that game was insane. Natural was insane. There were so many incredible things about that game.
Yeah, 100%. Just I really want to point out Natural on that op secured so many rounds for TigerFang that it was kind of hard to stop them from rolling on, just keeping going, steamrolling, as some would say. It's really hard to stop, especially and especially on Reina too. Just like we said before, that dismiss, getting her out of there real quick, real easy.
Mm. Well, we're gonna go to our next map soon, but we're gonna take a short 3-minute break and
Yes.
right back with you for more operators.
More operators.
And for a little bit more trolling in the next map of, I believe,
Lotus.
map?
Lotus, yeah. Map 2
Next
Lotus.
map of Lotus. Catch you then. All right, welcome back. Welcome back to Lotus. Lotus is a fun map. 3 bomb sites, very attacker sided. Gonna be
Very
excited to
excited.
see what's coming out of these 2 squads
Yeah,
as we get into Lotus. So why not? Let's get started.
let's get this going.
Send it over to main.
Alright, Lotus. Let's have a look.
Lotus traditionally is a very raise heavy map, and we're gonna see a raise come out of both teams. It looks like a Vice,
A Vice,
Neon,
Token. Yeah.
all very good agents.
Yeah, very good agents, especially for this map. As the Neon or Natural, a good choice for the faster rotates. Although albeit they are starting on attackers, having Neon for those defense rounds, with the faster rotate, very beneficial.
Yeah, you can use Neon. It's like something I find very interesting is with a Neon Yoru comp. It's both very attacker and defender sided in a way because Yoru and Neon just have literally Yoru instantaneously rotates.
Yeah, and Neon catching up to him not far behind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting to see what. And there's a speak of the devil. There's a Yoru.
There's Yori.
And
is this gonna be
are we gonna
comp?
a triple duelist comp?
Dude.
Paper X. Paper X, is that you?
Yeah, I'm willing to see this. I'm willing to see how this works out. I'm interested.
I would personally, if you're running triple, yeah, I'd be running a different, four duelist perhaps
Four
even.
doors, maybe, yeah.
Now we're getting a bit silly.
Yeah. I think very bad aim.
I think go back to the Teo,
Yeah.
but it's looking like
it's looking like
it's just gonna get locked in.
four duelist and gamble nats on Omen. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is.
Now this comp is, it's interesting, but I feel like it kind of works.
Yeah.
Is it good? No. I'll be honest, it's not great. But with the Yoru and the Omen, at least you have some semblance of utility.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if there was a game, SMG versus EG in Game Changers, where they locked a 4 duelist comp and a Cypher. And one of their biggest issues was that it didn't have smokes, but it might not be an issue
Yeah.
this time. But will we see? Are these 4 duelists just going to roll over these defenders?
Alright. We got Tolkien setting up A site at start of round by the looks of it. We got Flash and Tree, pretty standard in my opinion. Well, Flash towards Tree by the looks of it. And we got he seems to be holding down a solo A, which is not a bad idea, but looking towards the attacker side of the map, we have a 5-man A, which is not usual to see on a 3-site map.
It's going to look like a very fast execute for some hungry duelists who are ready to just gulp up all the space that they can. And Natural is just isolated, but he just wins his fights. Who needs utility when you just have a sheriff and just all the confidence in the world? And all these duelists, with a smoke and some slides, they've just taken the site. And the retake is looking just a bit scattered from Redline. But Bomb the Dolphin. Dolphin just takes him out. Takes out very bad aim. But Bomb trades him back. Raise for raise. Crawlers takes out Gamble Nats, and that's another kill from Bomber. Look, it's a 2v2 on the site. But the attacker is isolated. But Kyle takes down Tay. That's no more smokes. This fight is crucial, but Kyle wins it out, and that is another pistol round for TFG.
Yeah, a really good stall there from TFG, especially considering their duelists. They have a lot of taken fights, util, but not a lot of stalling or initiating fights, or even just like setting up those win conditions as you call them.
I think what's helping them out here in some semblance is just the Yoru, but it looked like it's going to be a 5-stack on A, but it's just not getting any value as they're all going C.
Yeah, it looks like
This is going to be a hard round. And I think they might have noticed with the lack of utility that they're using on this site. I think they know that they're all just flanking. And Bombay is aware of it. looks like he's ready to just absolutely shoot some ducks, but he decides to back off the angle.
Very wise choice.
GambleNat's taking down Crawlers, getting an early pick, but Dolphin just trading him back. Tolkien messed up his flash a little bit.
Yeah.
Woman just getting 2, 3. Is he going to be able to? He's not able. Very bad aim. It's just a demolishing.
Yeah.
It's nothing you can really say.
Again, that Outlaw and the eco round, it's really impressive the shots we're seeing, especially with a gun such as the Outlaw. It just demolishes those eco rounds. It's hard to do anything against a wall. Like I said last map on Ascent, where the operator where the operator was a wall against those full buy rounds, the Outlaw is just a wall against the ecos.
Absolutely. This is going to be a very tough nut to crack for the side of Redline.
Right.
Looks like more of a very heavy A execute.
Very
And
heavy.
wow, they're just taking so much space. No utility, just confidence.
Confidence swinging, being able to knowing that they have
Very
each
bad
other.
aim. Just set as just a bit of a trap. And Crawler's just taken down, but Dolphin gets 2. Is he going to be able... Is Dolphin, who his team needs, just to give them a bit more room? But Tolkien gets the final kill, putting them on the board in a very clean anti-eco.
Tolkien just being able to play around that corner on B upper, being able to, like, having that knowing that Raze is there, and just being able to play it slow, knowing he has time, and he's able to secure the round for his team. Alright, we got a Vise on C, which is the more conventional look for Lotus. Especially, you'll be seeing more Vises around with the recent nerfs and changes to the game.
Yeah, but it looks like it's just going to be a hard rush on this C site. Is Tolkien going to be able to weather the storm? And Natural is just, it's just such a gruff fight. Natural wins it out. The Vice utility is just not enough to slow him down. Not enough to stop him from getting that first kill. Kyle plants in a very good spammable position, and they just retreat back to long. It's going to be hard retake, especially if no one's on site to get hit by the utility they're retaking with. Prowler and Flashpoint are sent in. But Bombay has the showstopper, not able to find anything with it, and Crawlers takes down, but a spam from very bad aim. Bomb Dolphin takes him down. Kyle sending the flashes through, but is not able to find anything on them. Natural. Is the timing just going to be just right? The dink! Soramizu! And he's just taken him down! A clutch for Natural!
That is
That is,
crazy.
just looks too easy for him.
Being able to play that spammable position, but also knowing that they're wide open from halls. Natural was able to capitalize off of that halls positioning, being able to catch them both unaware. Usually you would see when planting for mound, it's planted for mound, not for halls, right? And just being able to, like I said, capitalize off of it really proves that you've played this game, you know what's up, and you know how to play around your environment and conditions.
Yeah. It's gonna be another C hit, and Tolkien, is he ready for us? Flash connects, and I think he knows where they all are. And the rotate is coming in from Dolphin. Tolkien he's out of there, he doesn't want any of that. And TFG just have the site. Omen Paranoia burned quite early, actually.
Yeah.
Not sure if that was a good thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit.
Plant goes in, and it's gonna be a 5-on-5 retake. Defense has a showstopper though, so I wonder if they're gonna use that to try and just get a bit more space, try and get a couple of kills. It's gonna be even trade. Tay and Natural. Soramizu takes down Natural, and Dolphin just plops that showstopper, and it's just a very fast retake from the side of RL.
Unfortunately, caught out for his bad positioning, especially during that flash from Crawlers. By the looks of it, Crawlers with the breach flash onto Kyle's and the Yoru.
Oh, Neo.
Yeah.
It says that RL. Someone's saying that RL is said to have won map 1 on the UI.
Oh.
Might want to just quickly check that.
Hold up.
Sorry, folks.
No.
First time doing production.
Oh yeah, you're right. Hold on. Wrong way around.
You do that. I'll do
Yeah,
this
yeah,
bit.
yeah. You're good. I just fixed
It's
it.
gonna be just another C hit. It's gonna be a bit more of a C split though. I wonder if they're gonna do something with the door for a say C's nade combo. Natural just goes in.
Bias flash
He's almost
away.
dead. The chip damage is very good for Tolkien. And wall is tripped and they are out. It was not a C hit. It was a C fake. With B just holding all that info so they don't get pinched by doors. That is a very, very good setup from this team that feels like they're just doing a bit of trolling. Very bad aim. Just backs away.
Just check prod chat when you can, guys.
I did. I already told him.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh.
it's just gonna be a B hit.
Yeah, be hit. Spike Sam.
Another 5-on-5 retake. But Crawlers is just taken down by Natural with that Neon ult. Sorimizu trades him back. But the blind is just perfect. GambleNats, is he going to be able to trade back his teammate? Yes, he is. Sorimizu is down. But are they going to be able to fight the last few players? Tolkien just takes down GambleNats. And it's a bit of a whiff. And very bad aim is just not able to find them. It's going to go evenly. Tolkien, don't press it. Don't waste that ult. That would be bad.
Yeah, that would not be a great thing to do. Now, speaking of the ult, we've got quite a couple of ults up online. We got the Rolling Thunder for crawlers on on defense, and you also see we've got the Yoru ult up. It's the info on this. While they're taking space really well by themselves, the Yoru ult could really secure them around, especially in those clutch 1v1 or 1v2 situations, isolating those fights. I'm really interested to see how these ults be played out in these following rounds, next 2 or 3.
It looks like they're going to go for a little bit of aggression on C, and Tay just wants none of that. He is out of there.
Yeah, the blind being used really early again.
Gone. Just the utility. Just to get him out of there alive. Not able to pop the wall. I don't think they're able to pop the wall. That's a lot of chip damage just for nothing. Yeah, the wall is still up. They feel like the mission has been accomplished, but the spike is still on C. I think they realized.
Vice Flash popped.
Info gained, and Tolkien is just going to stay here. Now, yeah, I think they've realized the wall has not been tripped. But Natural just doesn't need it. Tolkien has just been sat down. And they're just going to get up free plant. But with these two ults that they have, with Breach and Fade ult, are they going to be able to just hold onto this site? And they might have just be able to done that, but it's just an immediate retake, and Bomb is nowhere to be seen. He's not going to be able to get there in time, I don't think.
He might be able to get there for the spam, but will he be able to hold on to the round? Oh, with a sheriff?
With a sheriff,
yeah,
there's nothing you can do. The lurk gets one through the smoke. That's nice. But it's just nothing you can do about it.
Nothing you can do. That round secured by Redline.
It's just been completely shut out with just an insanely fast retake. Just immediately kills go down.
Yeah.
Left, right, center. They don't even need to use their 3 massive retake ults.
Yeah, they've still got him, and they've even got that Omen ult for info now. As you can see,
all they're missing is a Raze ult, and they can pop them all at the same time and make a really annoying sound.
That would be a definite showstopper.
A bit of a hate, and Dolphin just takes down Natural, just an immediate first pick. Remove the confidence, getting the better of him. Very bad aim, taking a bit of a risky fight, but decides, I don't want to go into stairs. I will, in fact, be safe. GambleNats! Oh, he's just playing with fire there, mate. Smokes it off, and it looks like they're going to go try and plant B, but this might all just be fake. So I think it's just all fake pressure. They're actually going C. And it's absolutely worked. They've just burned their Vice ult. GambleNats not quite able to crawl as more classic, but do you need it? They've burned one of their big ults. Gonna go in for the retake. I wonder. Oh, are they aware of very bad aim here?
Very bad aim with a shotgun position, just right.
Only Zay at once. Sorimizu takes him out. They were aware. Sorimizu taking down another. And Tolkien takes out the final one. Kyle, unable to exit his Euro safely. His dimensional drift is not saving him.
Yeah, so that's a
And-
very big thing about Euro ults is that the wind down time and wind up time. So you are able. It's little known fact. It's becoming more apparent lately, but there's a small window where you can be shot before you enter the ult, and getting out of the ult is so important to be behind cover or be able know that someone has you. Someone can easily trade you once you get out, because being able to pull out your gun in time to shoot someone after you've come out of your ult, you have to have impeccable timing for it to work well.
Exactly, and the amount of rounds that they're getting on this defender-sided half against this 4 duelist comp, it's got to feel good. And compared to the last game,
Yeah,
this is going leagues better.
100%.
Stalled out by this Vice utility. He's gonna send in the clone. Very bad aim, just going over top with the bucket. You can't get away with that, mate.
Yeah,
Unable to find anything. The stun is really good. And they've got the sight, but against all these massive ults for a retake, again, what can you do? You need to push up, you need to take some space. And it looks like that's what they're gonna do, but Tolkien with a nice flick onto natural and gets a third.
third.
And he almost
Oh,
Gamble Nats takes him down. They've burned another ult.
Rolling Thunder.
But will they be able to hold on to it? Callers takes down one, Bomber takes down another, and he's able to get a second, but that's all he can find before Dolphin just satchels on his head and Goomba stomps him into the ground.
Yeah, especially when days, it can be hard to locate a raise, and the more and more breach tear and even raise combos you're seeing out there with those stuns and the raise's maneuverability, it's crazy. Like being out, if you can find someone who can track all that raise while stunned, while blinded, while all those conditions that we have in Valorant, you know, it's definitely a hard find.
All the conditions that make a League player think there's not enough and a CSGO player cry.
Exactly. That's 100% right.
Gonna go for this Nade Seize combo. I think didn't see it, but I think Very Bad Aim has just escaped with his life.
Very barely, yeah. We see Fade Eye is going up on A.
Breaking the door secret, and they're just going in. B is empty right now. But will Tolkien be able to find something? But he's been revealed. They know where he is. Yeah, he's not hiding from anyone.
Yeah.
So the retake begins. But again, they have these Fade ults. They've been using them so well to just crawlers on 1 HP. And Bomber is taking down another. He takes down 3! The retake is just snuffed out, and Kyle takes down Tolkien for the final kill to get them another round just to stop the momentum of the defense. That was an insane collateral from Bomber.
Bomber with the 3k there is actually really good perks of positioning and also a good chance of luck. Like Valorant can oftentimes be compared to chess in the fact that there's so many different ways you can play it, right?
I love to play chess with a shotgun. It's my favorite. I always seem to win somehow.
Somehow. Yeah.
I'm gonna go for another Seed Nade combo.
That-
Just not hitting anything with it. The timing is just not quite right to catch anyone.
Hey, Hade, broken
Could be
break.
very
down,
interesting. I think they're gonna go for another C hit maybe. For another B hit. But Crawlers. Gamble Nats takes down 1, Crawlers. And Kyle takes down Tay. They're gonna go for another B hit. But this Vice ult, this Steel Garden, is gonna give them a few problems. Very bad aim. Just trying to get out with his life.
Very bad.
Tolkien.
Escapes.
Takes contact. Very bad aim. Takes down Dolphin. Now it's up to Tolkien. Can he find anything? No, he can't. So Mizu, though, it takes down very bad aim. Natural trades him back, though. It's on 2 HP. And Kyle just puts the final bullet in.
All this util being used by the duelists is actually... I'm baffled. These duelists, you would think that with all the util that they have for themselves, they're using it really efficiently to help their teammates. Like you saw those raise nades being used to push Tolkien off of the point he was trying to hold. It's actually quite well utilized util for what they're trying to achieve here today.
Yeah. They're gonna go for another A hit. See if they
Yeah.
can. For this, maybe this this nade C's combo will land. And it looks like Bombay just caught out. Crawlers and Crawlers just takes him out.
Yeah, Tay,
Completely not expecting it. Dolphin, maybe looking to take a bit of a fight here. Very bad aim.
very bad aim with those jet knives up.
Natural has an op. I've just realized you can see him in the background.
Yeah, making his way over to B main.
Gone
Nice.
quiet for now.
Yeah, it's gone quiet. You hear that one op shot. It's very, very intimidating. But
Bit of a fake, looks like.
yeah,
But I think Dolphin is now calling over. He knows where it's going.
he knows they're gonna end.
Natural
early.
he swapped guns with Gamble Nats. And Dolphin, he's stunned. He's dead. Crawlers gets 3 though. Crawlers takes down 2 more.
Very bad aim. Trying to chase.
But the timing, the jet knives just don't land. Crawlers gets 4. He's on for an ace. Will he be able to find it though? Yes, he will.
he
Crawlers with the ace. Cleans them up, and they just absolutely cannot do anything about it. That early peek out from B main really just set this round in motion.
Yeah, and like Reach has said, anyone else want to try him? It's looking like it's going to be a very, very close game. Number one, but it looks like Redline is going to be in the lead for the second half here. You can see they're on attackers. It looks like let's have a look. It looks like they're aiming to go towards C. You can see Ray's getting ready there. Over on the opposing side, you see that Omen and Jet, both.
This,
both C.
if I'm Redline, I am very happy about this scoreline. 4 duelists on attack is not easy to best,
And Lotus
but now that you're on
nonetheless.
attack and they're on defense, this is going to be a very winnable game.
100%. And you may have been right. We may be able to see this decider map coming out tonight.
Once and for all. Very bad aim. Tanks a face full of paint shell, and so does Gamble-Nats. Dolphin just going in. But the double sheriff is just not letting him find anything. Tolkien takes down very bad aim. It's now 4v4. But with how many sheriffs that TFG love to buy, are they going to be able to win this out? Flash to slow them down.
We got some audio from Rays and Neon over in Halls.
Getting a bit scrappy. Crawlers goes down to Bombay. But Tay trades him out. Tay finds a second,
Two.
and he's traded out. And Tolkien is just not able to clean up the kills like he needs to.
Bomber
They're able to take this pistol round off what seemed like a bit of a rough start to the round.
Yeah, Bomber with the 3K there, definitely pulling out all the stops for his team. Gamelnats, we just saw, has an outlaw. Like I keep saying, this is a very big wall for eco rounds, and it looks like, interestingly enough, it looks like it's going to be set up on B. Now, personally, I'm not a big fan of snipers on B site Lotus. I don't know about you, Arch, but it's not.
Bit of an awkward angle.
Yeah, awkward angles and not a favorable close positions for the.
Because you're peeking nothing or you're peeking everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
This Vice Flash is just gonna. Vice Flash will tell all.
Yeah.
But he's not gonna get too aggressive. Kyle just takes a shot.
Takes a shot.
And just gets a bit greedy. The teleport just not quite where he thinks it is, I suspect.
Does some damage, but not enough to get a kill out of it.
Gamblenat's flashed, an excellent flash to get him off the angle. But he still gets one and he gets away. That smoke's down. Tay is gone. And he just finds a second. Tolkien is down, but that is now an outlaw with the trade. It's an outlaw.
Whoa, very
And
bad aim.
very bad aim. Cleans them up. Only outlaw kills on this eco round.
What can I say? Outlaws, they're just built different. Especially for a later addition to the game. Outlaws, they... Have I DC'd? Oh, no, I thought I DC'd for a second. I'm very bad aim.
No. Very bad aim
DC'd
is
for a
just...
second.
Very bad aim is cosplaying a person who has DC'd.
Yes, I see. Alright, but yeah, those outlaws I don't even know what to say. Yeah,
Just clean hitting your
clean
shots.
hitting, yeah,
2400 credit operator.
exactly.
Yeah, bit of a push here. Hopefully, trying to find something. There's no one really here.
Yeah, map's pretty quiet, pretty peaceful for the time being.
They've made a bunch of noise on A, hoping, seeing if they can try and get them to rotate over onto B or onto C. But very bad aim takes down Tolkien. And GambleNets takes down Dolphin. This is looking like a very winnable bonus round for them. And he gets a second. GambleNets. The Outlaws are just singing their melody to absolute perfection. And very bad aim is he's going for more. He's finally taken down. Natural
Tay getting two.
also taken down. Tay are you about to 1v5 clutch? GambleNets will just take him down. The blind perfectly placed, and there is nothing Tay can do about it.
Yeah, almost a favorable play here is to push into that omen, because you've got the blind, right? But it's not even a blind; it's a near side. So pushing into that omen there, not only does it give you cover via mound from door and the choke point to sight, but you're also able to see omen if you get close enough. That is. Yeah. Right. Looking at the eco, it looks like a stinger buy for Redline here, and a very big buy for TFG, TigerFang Gaming.
Yeah, just going in. And natural, careful now. I know you're confident, but you aren't playing Rainer anymore. But he still finds one. He finds one, he's out. The entry is down. And he finds a collateral! We're not going to see another ace from him, surely. Surely not, no. It's taken away, but of immediate flawless off the back of another collateral. And another insane op round from Natural. He just keeps getting away with it.
It's almost unbeatable. It's a lot of you'll find in lower elo. They just don't know how to play around the op, and hopefully we're able to see it. We saw some of it in Ascent, just that operator being able to clean up some of those players, but also the op very big downfall, very high recharge time, not able to fire shots off one after another.
Well, you know what's better than one op, Neo?
What is
It's two.
Two ops. Damn, I wonder where we'll see
But
that.
it looks like it's just not found any value from Natural. Can't do anything about the stun if you can't scope in. And very bad aim, just running away, trying to get out with his life. He's able to do so, but
Barely.
yeah. Crawler's almost taken down. Natural on 70 HP. Spamming through the smoke with the op is just not landing. He's just going to try and swing in for the retake, but GambleNets tries to trade him out, and he
Very bad aim.
Tay finally puts him down. Crawlers, and it's immediately gone the way of the defense. Tay on 6 HP, he might not be able to clutch this. But, never say never.
Never say never. Everything is winnable.
And he's not expecting GambleNets to be right there. The spacing and the double swing, not quite there, but the swing to trade is there.
We're seeing a lot of plays where they're planting spike for mound and planning for that spam angle, but they're not playing spam at all. They're playing either on site or extending off site with all the doors being able to take the space.
And we're going to get a timeout from Coach Otter to see if he can try and, bring his team back from the 5 rounds that they've now lost on the attack exciting map.
Yeah.
What do you think they're discussing?
I think, to be honest, I think it's because they've lost so many rounds in a row. They were feeling confident, and I feel like that's gotten to them. I feel like they're overconfident, and now their confidence has just hit rock bottom. So it's a very drastic change to have in such a short period of time, in 5 rounds, and they've been shut down. I think Otto's talking about the tactics. He's desperately reading, Coach Otto. He's reading into all of these plays made by the opposing team, and he's able to find out what the actual goal, what they're trying to do with each placement, with each position, with each weapon buy. And now it may not get that deep, but it can definitely get there, and it gets really intense really fast.
Now, what I'm curious to see is, are we going to get a change-up out of the defense now that we have a timeout?
Yeah.
Now, usually in higher leagues, once there is a timeout called, the opposing side will change up what they're doing. So whatever is discussed is just now no longer invalid. So we're gonna see, but it's gonna look to be pretty much the same as just this push up.
Looks like they're finding up A here. Yeah.
And
1,000.
they're getting trapped in. Bomber just takes down Tay. It's just a massive brawl over on A. Natural finds another one. GambleNats just takes in the fourth, and it's just Tolkien on his own with a sheriff. What can he do?
Alone Unbreakable.
And Bomber just knows where he is. And the Boombot to seal the deal. It's just nothing. The timeout is just not working.
Now, I think the timeout was to actually call for that A push. They were playing slow defaults, and that wasn't working for them. So, like they were half-halving really. They weren't playing solely defaults, and they weren't playing solely hit sides. They were kind of halving it up, and being able to commit to one. Looks like they're doing another hard rush onto C as well. I think that's what Auto called for in that timeout.
Gonna go for another A push.
Another A push, finding nothing.
Taking so much space. Dolphin is able to take down very bad aim. And Tay and Tolkien, but Natural just trades back 2. And he just gets a third. And GambleNats a bit whiffy, but is able to get the final kill, putting them onto match point. It's just a very clean 3K. We weren't able to see much of it, but it's just a very good 3K. Timeout for Natural. Perhaps he's spilled something, because at the current scoreline, I feel timeouts aren't exactly what this team needs.
Yeah. So looking at their eco, very high eco, very. They're able to do pretty much anything. Money can buy them all the guns. They can, like, I don't even know what this timeout could be called for. Maybe they're switching something up just to make sure they secure this final round.
Hopefully. Maybe.
We'll see very soon.
Seeing an operator come out of very bad aim.
Yeah, we're seeing some harder buys from Soramizu, Tolkien, and Crawlers with 2 Vandals and a Guardian, but not full shields on all of them. Bomb Dolphin with the classic full shields, probably going to pick up a gun off of one of his teammates, or potentially even, hopefully, really
pick up a judge.
Yeah, could
by
have
a judge or
100%. That's actually a really good idea. We'll see very soon. Looks like he's bought something and sold it again. Guardian.
Picking up a Guardian. Bulldog,
yeah. A judge.
Looks like they're gambling it all on just a very spread default.
Hopefully this works for them. They really want this. They really want this round to keep them going for the rest of the game. Like a flawless here would be excellent for them. But we'll see how this plays out.
Soramizu just getting an absolutely disgusting shot onto very bad aim, just removing him from the action. And Natural just can't get away with that every time. Blind Tolkien taking him down, taking down Bomber.
This looks like
now it's a 2v5.
Another round for Redline, hopefully. We shall soon see.
Kyle hiding backside. I wonder if they will be able to find any more. He finds a second, and now it's a 3v1. This is doable, but it's gonna be a lot of work to do. And GambleNats not expecting Soramizu there. Now down to 30 HP.
Yeah.
He's made a footstep, and they've heard him, and Tay finishes him off. Omen versus Omen, and it goes the way of Tay, and hence Redline get another round. Just stop the flawless defender half from a 4-duelist comp.
And you can see, while their eco isn't the best, it's definitely getting there. They won around three players remaining. All 3 of those players with good guns and some shields remaining.
Oh no! Can you see what I see?
I see it. Double love. In the hands
Natural.
Of GambleNats.
Natural. He's picked up the up again.
Yeah. Let's see how this goes for.
Oh, never mind. He's put it away.
Put it away. Grabbed out a Vandal.
Going for a push on all fronts, trying to just close this out with all their ultimates, and the result doesn't land. But GambleNat's able to get one, and it just gets a bit too greedy, and it's immediately 4 kills for Redline. And Natural is just left to scramble and just hide away. see if he can save or just find anything, but it looks like he's just going to go for a save.
Yeah, we got that plan.
Actually, no. He's gonna. I think he's
I
saving.
think he's saving. He might pick up
That
an
is-
off here.
I think
there was an off
they're
there, man.
just getting a bit too greedy.
Yeah.
He's just gonna go for this. He's not saving. Why would he? He's got all the confidence in the world.
He is the natural at this game. Unfortunately, though, it is not enough.
Soromizu is just a little bit more natural.
Yeah. Yes.
It's the difference between like organic eggs and regular eggs. You know, it's just a little bit more natural.
Just
And also marketing. Very bad aim. Calling out a timeout. Now, what do I think is happening in this timeout is trolling, is my first guess. But it also could be the start of an interesting cook of a play, because they're just pushing out on every side, and it's just not enough to really fight back against the trades that go down. Because you saw in that round, they get the first pick. I'm pretty sure they get the first pick, but then it just like immediately swings back, and they just all get killed.
Yeah, they're doing what duelists do well, and they're taking the space, and they're doing it quite well, but they're not able to just hold on to it just for that bit longer, just holding it there. Oh, what happened there?
Well,
Oh, okay. But yeah.
bit of a sorry if you have epilepsy. That was a bit.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
quite a
Or something. Anyway.
series of flashing lights.
Yeah, so not able to hold on to that space for long enough to keep them off the side and offer those choke points. Alright, we're back into the round though. Looking at the buy, it looks like an op for Gamble Nats, again on B, which is always confusing to me.
Personally, I would love to see Gamblenats just throw this up over to natural, because he's just been so good on it,
Yeah.
and it's just gonna be a full B push with not very good.
Right.
Quietly, just holding up, slowly getting there, and natural's just on his own, but he's traded out. It's a 1-for-1.
Natural finding
It's not as much value as they would like. Very bad aim. Here's all of this noise, all of this utility. And I think he's calling them over. It's, guys, it's A. And Tay takes down Bomber.
Spike going over to C, however. Coming back towards to help his team. It's very... They're taking it very slow. They're very deliberate with their playing.
The TP, the fake there, it's really interesting. But C-side's entirely open.
Entirely. Got that visor happening. Gamblenats.
Gamblenats just takes the shot and tries to get away. And he's able to. He's just able to slip away into the night. But this is going to be a really hard retake. It's going to be 3v4, Breach ult and Raze ult on the other side. And it's going to be even harder when you lose your Yoru.
Yeah, with the op as well on Gamblenats, it's not
Tay.
a desired position to be in.
Feeling a bit pincered in. Has to swing from angle to angle. But it looks like Gamblenats is just going to go to save the op. Sightlines are watching him.
Sightlines are watching. It looks like they're going for some exit kills here.
Very bad aim. Just dashes out. It's not able to find anything. And Gamblenats, careful. You need to be paying attention now. You want to save that op. There we go.
There we go. He's able to escape with the op, but that's another round for Redline. They're pulling it back slowly but surely. They're being more deliberate. You can see it. They're playing slower. There we go.
Yeah, there it is. Gamblenats has tossed his op over to natural.
Yeah.
Hopefully for him to just start cooking.
Looks like we will see it happening over here, because on A side we've got three holding A main, 3 duelists holding A main against a 5-man, what looks like a 5-man push from the attackers. We've got crawlers with a stun. It's down.
Raze, Nate, got so much chip damage. Ops singing out. And he's just able to find Tolkien through the smoke! Oh, come on, natural. That's a bit unnatural, if I have to say. Breach ult goes in, Raze ult too. And it's just absolutely chaos on the site. Bomber can't see anything. Tay's taking him down. But Natural gets another and is finally traded out by the Breach Aftershock. now dust has settled, and it's a 2v3. Very bad aim and Gamble Nats. Are they going to be? Very bad aim takes down the first, waiting for the swing for the trade. Decides to quietly drop down.
Into drop, yeah. You can see Suramizu.
And that's the game! 2 quick kills for Gamble Nats and very bad aim. Close it out.
GG to all the teams. That was a very close map.
Redline were almost able to pull it back, but just aren't able to.
Yeah, you see that that TigerFang just able to bring out the best of natural with the operator, and Gamblenats as well, having a couple goes there with that op, just able to take down their opponents one by one.
Yeah. Well, chalk it up another 2-0 blowout. Not even, actually, no, not a blowout. What am I saying? That was a very close game. I think just a few more kills had gone in the way in that last round, gone in the way of Redline, and that is a very winnable game. Natural just absolutely cooking with the op. As soon as they give it to him, it's just immediately another round win. But that is all we have for you guys tonight. So we'll see you next time. Might not be me and Neo, might be someone else, but I hope that you have enjoyed this game. Thank you. Neo, any final words? Sorry, well, that sounds a bit ominous. Any last words for the audience?
Make sure to tune in. We got some very interesting games coming up. A lot of really good upcoming teams. You'll see higher ranked players, lower ranked players, all competing for the same goal of being crowned VCC OCE champions. And hopefully,
Bit of a tongue twister.
Hopefully, we see some champions emerging soon.
Yeah. Well, good night, everyone.
Good night. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you later.